My name is Abby. Welcome to the Our Sunday Project podcast. During this podcast, each child, middle schooler, high schooler, whatever grade they're in, will make their own episode and talk about topics that interest you, or topics that don't, but you have to listen to them because you have nothing better to do. Our Sunday Project is a fun organization because kids of all ages can get together and have fun. We will not edit out any background noise, no, not even cussing, so these episodes will be entertaining to listen to. Our Sunday Project podcast will be releasing our very first episode on Mother's Day, as we dedicate this podcast to my wonderful mother, Jania Sawal, who organized our Sunday Project. Thank you for listening to this preview. See you on Mother's Day. And now, these are some of the segments that didn't quite make it into this episode. I hope you enjoy listening to them.
Or as people, not sophisticated people, call them bloopers. Yay!
My name is Abby Sabeti, and welcome to our Sunday Project podcast. During this podcast, each child from our Sunday Project will create their own unique episode and talk about topics that interest you. Or they'll talk about topics that they don't interest you, but you'll listen anyway, because you have nothing better to do. Anyway, we will not edit out any voice clips, so feel free to have fun listening to background noises, like the faucet. What? Fine. Our Sunday Project podcast will launch its first episode on Mother's Day, because we dedicate this podcast to our wonderful mother, Jania Sawal. Sorry. We dedicate this podcast to our wonderful mother, Jania Sawal, who has created our Sunday Project so us kids can get together and learn. This is our Sunday Project. See you on Mother's Day. My name is Abby Sabeti. Welcome to the Our Sunday Project podcast. In this podcast, each child or high schooler or whatever grade they're in will create their own podcast episode, and they'll talk about topics that interest you, or they'll talk about topics that don't interest you, but you have to listen to them anyway because you're polite. Or you're not.
Or you are.
Exactly. Anyway, our Sunday Project is fun because kids of different ages get to meet with other kids. Oh God. We're not going to edit out any background noises, so this podcast will be very, very fun. So yeah. Our Sunday Project will launch its first ever episode on Mother's Day, because we dedicate this amazing podcast to our wonderful why? Thank you for listening to this preview of our Sunday Project's podcast. We'll see you on Mother's Day.